one day, a couple of hours after the stove burned on the next day, he said, you need to come down here and see this. And the entire black wall of paneling was burnt up, but I had the 7 or 8 Egyptian temples, they was still tacked to the wall, untouched. And charcoal was behind them. The wall was burned up and the paint was, and he said, man, it was the energy on those temples, in the spiritual significance. So we have all those particular temples in the actual picture packet, in the picture packet, in the picture packet. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to split to Hemmitt. Y'all all right? Yeah. And so you might want to get them. You say, well, what's the significance? Well, if I got these pictures, and they've been in my lectures for years, and I've been pouring these libations, those pictures got a lot of power to them. So if you take those pictures and reserve a wall in your house and display those pictures, you can get all kind of energy and all kind of healing. You see what I'm saying? Now, you can pick various places, and you might not want to put them all up, just put up the ones. And you say, well, how will I know? There will be, anytime you see something, especially a photograph, and it resonates with you, that means you are connected to that in some kind of way based on history and reincarnation. You see what I'm saying? That's one thing about it. That's why when we when black people see those Egyptian images, especially those Egyptian images, they go crazy. That's because something there that resonates with us with those Camite. You see what I'm saying? Like that. And if you ever look at the East Indian pictures, they got the same kind of energy because East India is a black nation. Even Indira Gandhi told President Carter that in 1979. Oh, we are a black nation. You see. Now they got a caste system of racism going on where the lighter ones oppress the darker ones. But that ain't got nothing to do with the pictures of these deities, which was thousands of years ago when all that land was black. You see. The original Aryans were black people. Why you think Hitler and them, they go to visit the Tibetans. And they say, well, wait a minute, hold on now, how? You say that these are the original Aryans, but you are light and they dark. So I thought you said that the dark skin is inferior. And they come up with something about, over the years, some darker people migrated in or some kind of junk. You know you can't get the doggone dark from the light. You see what I'm saying? But the original Aryans were black. You see. And even the Tibetans that's over there now are darker than white people. You see what I'm saying? You see, the original Europeans were black. That's why we can't really start judging people based on how they look. The book of Enoch said that. There's going to come a time there's going to be white people amongst you, and they're going to be here to help you, or they're going to be here to get some of the same spiritual experiences you are. They say, do not throw the baby out with the bathwater, although some of these people used to eat you for food. And they said that in the book of Enoch, that we was food for them. You see what I'm saying? And they made us small, which means they killed off based on genocide. But the original Europe was originally a black country. That's the people who built Stonehenge. That's your Druids. You see what I'm saying? And their bloodline is still, they're going to go into this thing. A few minutes, because some stuff happened when I went into the Lorraine Motel. We got to go into that. So now, y'all all right? So we're going to hold it in y'all. We'll spit 4 ways. Now, alcohol, like I told you, most things is religious and spiritual. And most things is spiritual. You see what I'm saying? Religion frowns upon it. See what I'm saying? Frowns upon it. You see. Religion frowns upon it. Like getting naked. It's a whole thing to that. You see what I'm saying? We got to uncover all this stuff. You see what I'm saying? You got to realize that the patriarchs that put together the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran, one thing was passionate about them. They hated women. They hated women. You see. That's one thing about it. The ones that we got left behind, them doctrines is women-hating doctrines. You see what I'm saying? You better know that for a fact. Now, the juice is up in there. You can find the juice. You see. So it's a lot of information. We're going to get into all that. Feel free to ask some questions. Now, but one of the things here is alcohol. It's called a spiritual. And you couldn't have nothing spiritual without alcohol. And you'll know more about that now if it wasn't for damn Welch's grape juice. Because the Welch's grape juice, because before that, any ceremony that was done with wine. Until Welch's turned the grape into the juice. And then they could give it to the churches and they distribute it and stuff like that. But before that, everything was done with wine. And you go to them Jews, they still deal with their wine. Now, they had prohibition in this country, but I guarantee you them damn Jews still sold that doggone wine. Tell you who really run the world. See what I'm saying? Now, the people, the Santeria community down, Santeria is nothing but the Yoruba religion turned into, hidden up under the saints. And turned into, it's a later version of the Yoruba religion that later on becomes Santeria in the Western Hemisphere. The Santeria religion went to court and won the right to cut off their chicken heads and sacrifice their chickens. Okay? That was supposed to be evil. But all of a sudden, after they won the right, here come the Jews. The people that's been calling everybody else shit evil, they come and put in the same petition so that they can win the right to sacrifice their animals. See what I'm saying?